Buckeye Nation, what's poppin'? Crazy Dog coming at you on the Buckin' Crazy YouTube channel with my Ohio State Buckeyes, Washington Huskies, Week 5 game recap. And I'll just say this, right? In the first half, the Buckeyes definitely looked like a team that was coming off a bye, right? They were shaking the cobwebs off. But man, once they did, there was no stopping them. And to make things better, this defense is for real. Washington had how many chances in the red zone? And what did they do with those chances? 2 field goals. That's it. Against this Buckeye team, you got to take advantage of any chance that you get. 3 points is not going to cut it against this Buckeye team. Yeah, I mean, you'll be up 3-0, right? But the Buckeyes could easily just march on down the field. And as we saw, I mean, their offense was still trying to get in a rhythm at the beginning. But again, once they did, it was game over. It was 7-3 at halftime. And then the Buckeyes scored 17 in the second half, outscoring the Huskies 17-3. Yeah, they took complete control of this game. As the Buckeyes win today by a final score of 24-6, and they improve to 4-0 on the season, and now they have their first Big Ten win of the season. And of course, they came on the road. And the best thing is, we snapped Washington's home winning streak, which I believe the last time they lost at home was back in 2021. And I took a quick peek at that season, and yeah, they lost quite a bit of times at home. They went 4-8 that year. And during that season, they lost to the likes of Montana, Oregon State, of course, UCLA, Oregon, Arizona State, Wazoo. So their losses actually came at home. Montana was a loss at home. They lost to UCLA at home. Oregon lost at home. Arizona State lost at home. And of course, they lost the Apple Cup. In fact, they got their butts beat in the Apple Cup of that year, 40-13 against Wazoo in your house. Damn. That's tough. But it's impressive that since that season, they hadn't lost at home. That's actually insane. That was, of course, until today. Now, Julian Sayin was his usual efficient self. Once again, took great care of the ball. 22 of 28, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns. One came right before the half to Jeremiah Smith, and the second one essentially put the game away to C.J. Donaldson. Bo Jackson, 17 carries, 80 yards. He's quickly becoming running back 1, if he isn't already. C.J. Donaldson, 9 carries, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Julian Sayin, 4 for 12. Yeah, they actually had him running the ball. I'm as shocked as you. James Peoples even got some carries, 3 for 10. Cornell Tate had 1 for 8. Okay, cool. Jeremiah Smith, 8 receptions, 81 yards, and a touchdown. Brandon Innes actually got some catches too after a pretty bad fumble on the kick return, on the punt return. Yeah, that was pretty bad. 3 receptions, 34 yards for Innes. Tate, 3 for 33. Max Clare got a couple catches, 2 for 26. People said 3 for 16. Thurman, Bo Jackson, and C.J. Donaldson had a couple as well, 1 apiece. Of course, CJ only had one catch for a touchdown in the red zone. But the most impressive part of this game for the Buckeyes, our defense had not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, sounding like LeBron James, but 6 sacks. And 5 of those 6 came from 2 dudes. My guy, Caden Curry, had 3 sacks. Curry for 3, hang. And then Caden McDonald, Big Mac, 2 sacks. And then Kenyatta Jackson had 1 as well. So yeah, this D-line is getting after it. I think I've seen more from this D-line so far this year than I saw from JT and Jack pretty much the entire time they were Ohio State Buckeyes. Like Curry and Jackson are out here like just being beasts out there. I love it, man. Right? I love it. They're getting to the quarterback. They're creating chaos against a running quarterback. They were doing a great job containing him. In fact, I was worried about Damon Williams running the ball. Get this, 13 carries, negative 28 yards because of the sacks and stuff. Jordan Coleman did have 13 carries for 70 yards, but no touchdowns. Damon Williams through the air, extremely efficient. 18 of 22, 173 yards, but no touchdowns. Their leading receiver, Desmond Roebuck, 4 receptions, 58 yards. Denzel Boston, 3 for 26. Jonah Coleman, 3 for 26 through the air. Omari Evans, 2 for 24. Not much there. And they only had 1 sack from Jacob Lane, which came relatively late in the game when it was pretty much already a wrap. All right, cool. But yeah, overall, really good showing by the Buckeyes on both sides. Now, getting into my post-game observations. Number 1, like I said, we got a nasty pass rush. I cannot tell you the last time we had a pass rush this good. Right? Maybe since Bosa and Chase Young. Oh, but what about JT and Jack? They rarely showed up consistently like these guys are. You'd get a couple sacks here and there from JT and Jack every once in a while, mainly against far inferior competition. Right? I know Jack had the strip sack against Texas in the bowl game last year. That was awesome. But so far, what I've seen from Caden Curry and Kenyatta almost brings a tear to my eye, man. This is awesome. Number 2, Julian Sayin with another good game. He was efficient, didn't really put the ball in any dangerous spots. He's been throwing dots a lot this year. I mean, that's his thing. He's been throwing some frozen ropes. He's very accurate, and I absolutely love that because you don't really got to worry about him overthrowing a guy. I mean, yeah, every once in a while he'll slightly miss a receiver or anything, but he doesn't force anything. And I love it. Number 3, feed Bo Jackson. And based off of what we've seen today, that's what they're going to do. He by far had the most carries, 17 carries for 80 yards. And he almost broke a couple. Yeah, he's only going to get better too. And then, of course, we wrap it up by saying the best thing about being 4-0, the opportunity to go 5-0. And get this, in case you haven't heard, next week against Minnesota at home in the Horseshoe, it'll be at night. Yeah, you heard me. The Buckeyes are getting a conference home game at night. And I already know they're going to pop off with recruiting. It'll be very interesting to see who they can get in town for that game. I'm pretty much expecting almost the entire class of 2026 to be there. The guys who can make it, of course. And then we'll see how many big names they get from the uncommitted class of 26, right? The kids who they're still going after, because they are still going after some kids in the class of 2026 in terms of like flip targets. And then, of course, you have the class of 2027 as well. But with National Signing Day a few months away, we're getting close to Flipmas. And we'll see who the Buckeyes can get in town for that game. Should be fun. And by the way, that game will be on NBC. Now, as far as my MVP goes for the game, I'm actually going to give it to Caden Curry and the D-line. Because they ate tonight. I mean, my impact player, my players to watch heading into this game on defense was the D-line. Because they had to deal with a quarterback who can skedaddle like the best of them. He was a running threat. And he had a couple runs. But man, they were in the backfield a lot today. And I love that. They were creating havoc. That's what you need to do against a running quarterback. You know, close the pocket, shut down any escape routes, and then just pin your ears back and go after him. Right? So, yeah, not much else to say about that. So, with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up and watch the rest of these games and also keep an eye on the Guardians. And can't believe the regular season ends tomorrow. Wow. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog coming at you on the Bucking Crazy YouTube channel. 4-0. Make it 5-0 next week against Minnesota. Should be fun. Again, preview video for that game will be on Friday. And we'll see what happens with recruiting. Maybe we get some booms. I would love it. And I bet you there was some dudes at that game who had their eyes on Ohio State. Even if they didn't. Maybe they were there to watch Washington. They just saw Ohio State go out there and take care of business. Maybe they're like, huh, I should check out Ohio State. And then he's going to go to his parents and be like, hey, Mom, Dad, I think I'm going to go check out the Buckeyes soon. Yeah, I remembered they offered me a while back. Really wasn't sure. Saw them take care of business tonight. Now, got to check them out. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. And with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog coming at you on the Bucking Crazy YouTube channel. Let's go Bucks. OH. I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.